Hello, fellow and future weirdos of the fuck. How are you? Welcome to the party pen. Welcome. So, yesterday we left off. Saul had become king. Well, Saul became their first king because that's different than a chief elder. Because a chief elder is not a king. So now Saul's the king. And Saul is this tall, skinny motherfucker with a Jufro. So, like, some people are like, oh, hail the king. God save the king. He does a good job. And then the other guys are like, this guy's not the king. This guy's no good. And they don't take him any presents. And then Saul's like, fuck these guys. So, press like and subscribe if you want to hear what happens next. Cause fuck yeah. I am the one telling you these wild ass Bible stories. I am Nikki K the Great. Hold on. What do you call me? Schizo effective Nikki K the Great. Round of applause, asshole. Round of applause. So, come on in. Leave your shoes on. Take your medicine. Look, basketball guy and fish cake. They're like healthy pills. So, take your medicine. And then stop right here. And grab you some keep other people alive juice. But if you go right this way to where the fridge is, we have some cold coffee. Because I made coffee last night, and I mixed it all up and I made it all good. And then I put it in the fridge. So today we have cold coffee if you want some. We have some chilled, freshly chilled, keep other people alive juice. I don't know. I figured it would be something different. So we have something different today. And then come in from the kitchen. Grab a bowl, grab a cigarette, keep your shoes on, and then get comfy because we are about to smoke it, drink it, read it. We are going to have good time. All right, chapter 11. Okay. So they had just made Saul king. Okay. But the BLO people were like, and then my king. So we're picking up from there. And then Nahash, the Amorite, came and encamped against Jabesh Gilead. And all the men of Jabesh said to Nahash, listen, make a covenant with us, right? We don't want to fight. So, and really, we didn't ask anybody, like, if they wanted to fight with us, right? So, can you just, And then Nahash is like, yeah, I would love to do that. How about you give me, right, check it out. You let me poke out everybody's right eye to make y'all a, what is it? What is it called? What is it? A reproach for all the vampires. I'm gonna fuck you guys up to make you look bad. Because then all you vampires will look bad because you assholes. Right? And they were like, the vampires were like, all right, 7 days. Listen, let us see if we can get anybody to help us fight you. And if nobody wants to help us, then you can have the right eye. But first, let me see if anybody will help. So then Nahash was like, whatever. So then, they sent the messengers to Gibeah of Saul and told these things to all the people. And they lifted up their voices and cried. They were like, ah, the right eye. The right eye. Right? And behold, Saul came after the herd out of the field. And then Saul was like, the fuck is wrong with you guys, man? I just left you. Like, I'm gone for 5 seconds and then you start crying. What the fuck? Don't you have a babysitter? Like, what is happening? I've been king for like 5 minutes. Then, okay. And behold, saw. And then they were like, ah, this is what happened. The right eye. And the Spirit of God came upon Saul when he heard this shit. And he was mad. He was like, Saul smash. Ah, yeah, he did do that. He was like, Saul smash. So, kindled greatly. And he took a yoke of oxen and hewed them in pieces and sent them throughout all the coast of Israel by the hands of messengers, saying, if you motherfuckers don't come and fight, I'm gonna cut you into pieces like this ox. Yeah, it's going to be all bad for you. Mm-mm-mm. And the Lord fell on the people, and they came out with one consent. They were like, yes means yes. And when he numbered them in Bezek, Bezek, I think it's Bezek. The vampires were, no. And when he numbered them in Bezek, the vampires were 300,000, and the men of Judah 30,000. Okay. Okay, so apparently they're separating Judah and Israel now. I never noticed that. But in the future story, Judah's going to be werewolves and Israel's going to be vampires. So there are 300,000 vampires and 30,000 men of the werewolves. And they said to the messengers, tell them, tomorrow, by the time the sun is hot, you shall have help. And the messengers came and showed it to the men of Jabesh, and they were glad. Therefore, the men of Jabesh said, tomorrow will come out tomorrow. No, they just said, we'll come out tomorrow, right? We'll come out tomorrow, and you can do what you want, right? And you can do what you want. And it was on the morrow that Saul put the people in 3 companies, and they said to the midst of the hosts in the morning, watch and slew. Wait 1 second. And it was so on the morrow that Saul put the people in 3 companies, and they came into the midst of the host in the morning. Watch, and slew the Amorites until the heat of the day. And it came to pass that those that remained were scattered, so that two of them were not left together. And the people said to Sam, "Who is that said, shall Saul reign over us? Bring the men that we may put them to death." And Saul was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You're kidding me." Right? And he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" and then Saul said, "Nobody's going to be put to death, because today the Lord brought salvation. The Lord did a good thing and no killing the guys." Right. And then Samuel said to the people, "Come on, we got to go to Google." Every knew the kingdom there. "So we need to go to Google. Let's go." And all the people went to Google, and there they made Saul king before the Lord in Gilgal. And there they sacrificed sacrifices before the Lord. And there Saul and all the men rejoiced greatly. Yeah, they were like, "Fuck yeah." All right. So we're going to pause right here. We are going to check our cats, water our plants, grab a refill, repack a bowl, smoke a cigarette, and go pee. We will be right back. All right. Listen, chapter 12. Chapter 12. And Samuel said unto all of the vampires, "Behold, I have hearkened unto your voice, and all that you have said to me." No. "Behold, I have hearkened to your voice, and all that you said. And I have made a king over you. And now the king walks before you. I am old, and I got gray hair. And behold, my sons are with you. And I have walked before you from my childhood until this day. Behold, here I am, witness against me before the Lord." Okay, so I don't know if anybody was talking shit about Sam before this little chapter. I don't exactly know what happens before this, but he is laying a guilt trip upon all guilt trips. So either we don't know what happened before this, or he's like, "I feel bad for me." I don't exactly know. But this next chapter is fucking stupid. Okay. So I have walked before you. Okay. Behold, here I am, witness against me before the Lord and before his anointed. Whose ox have I taken? Whose ass have I touched? Who is gonna me to me? Just kidding. Whom have I defrauded, oppressed? Whose hand has received a bribe to blind my eyes? And I will restore it to you. Who the fuck have I turned my back on? Have I done evil to you fucking people? You've known me since I was a kid. You asked me for a king, I give you a king. Have I took anything from you? Say it now, or forever hold your peace. And they said, "Are you going senile? You must have the Alzheimer's. You got dementia? What the fuck are you even talking about, dude? Didn't nobody talk no shit. Who's talking shit? You bring them here. Who is talking shit? Because this didn't happen. Right? And they said, you did not. And then Sam was like, the Lord is a witness against you, and his anointed is a witness this day, that you have not found me to be a shipfuck. And I'm not. And then they answered, fucking right, dude. And Sam said to all the people, is it the Lord that advanced Moses and Aaron, that they brought your fathers out of Egypt? This guilt trip shit, this doesn't work. Ugh. Okay. Now, therefore, stand still, that I may reason with you before the Lord of all righteousness, of the Lord which he did to you and your fathers. Oh, hold on. Now, therefore, stand still, that I may reason with you before the Lord of all the righteous acts which he did to you and your fathers. When Jake came to Egypt, and your fathers cried to the Lord, then the Lord sent Moses and Aaron, which brought all you motherfuckers out of Egypt and dwell in this place. Yeah, but you're skipping the punishment. You're skipping all the bad shit they did before that. And why they were even... It's not the point, Nikki. He's not telling them that. He's just like, remember the good stuff. Remember the good stuff. That's what he said. And when they forgot the Lord their God, he sold them into the hand of Sisera, captain of the host of Hazor, and in the land of the Philistines, into the hand of the Philistines, into the hand of King Moab, and they fought against them. I should have kept reading, because now he's going to tell them all the bad stuff. Okay. And they cried to the Lord, and they was like, we have sinned, we did the bad thing. But now, deliver us out of the hand of our enemies, and we will serve you until tomorrow. And the Lord sent Jerubbaal, Bedan, Jephthah, Sam, and delivered them out of the hand of your enemies on every side. And you were saved. And when you saw that Nahash, the king of the when you saw that Nahash, the king of the children of Ammon, why couldn't you just put the king of the Amorites? And hold on. And when you saw that Nahash, the king of the Amorites, came against you, you said to me, but a king shall reign over us. Then your Lord, your God, was king. Now, therefore, behold the king and who you chose, whom you desired. Behold, the Lord set a king over you. If you will fear the Lord and serve him, obey his voice. Do not rebel against the commandment of the Lord. Then shall both you and the king continue following the Lord your God. But if you do not obey the voice of the Lord and rebel, then the hand of the Lord will be against you. Wait, hold on. If you will fear the Lord and serve him, obey his voice, and do not rebel, then shall both you and your king continue following the Lord your God. But if you do not obey the voice of the Lord and rebel against the commandment, then shall the hand of the Lord be against you, as it was against your fathers. Now, therefore, stand and see this great thing, which the Lord will do before your eyes. Is it not wheat harvest today? I will call the Lord, and he shall send thunder and rain, that you may perceive and see that your wickedness is great, which you have done in the sight of the Lord, and asking for a king. Yeah, God's about to fuck you up. You made him cry and sit in his bedroom. He cried rivers in his pillow. But now comes the indignant anger. You know, when you're like crying and then you're like, oh yeah, fuck this guy. Yeah, it's like that kind of thing. Was it indignant anger? I don't know, something to do with indignant. Okay. So Samuel called to the Lord, and the Lord said, thunder and rain that day. And all the people greatly feared the Lord and Sam. And all the people said to Sam, pray for us to God, that we don't die, for we have added to our sins this evil to ask for a king. Yeah, it's evil to ask to fight fair even though we lose. And Sam said to the people, don't be scared. You did all this wickedness. Do not turn aside from following the Lord, but serve the Lord with all your heart. And do not turn aside, for then you should go after vain things, which cannot profit nor deliver, for they are vain. For the Lord will not, hold on, all your heart. For the Lord will not forsake his people for his great name's sake, because it has pleased the Lord to make you his people. Moreover, as for me, God forbid that I should sin against the Lord in ceasing to pray for you, but I will teach you the good and the right way. Only fear the Lord and serve him in truth with all your heart. For consider how great things, only fear the Lord and serve him in truth with all your heart. For consider how great things he has, consider all the good shit he's done for you. But if you act wickedly, you will be consumed, both you and your king. So, pretty much, if you're good, your king is good. But if you're bad, oh, your king is very bad. So, Like, part of me is like, he's at the beginning being like, am I a good guy? Did I ever treat you bad? And they're like, no. And he's like, okay, because all this bad shit's about to happen. But remember, I'm a good guy. Ah. But I don't know if he put it together like that or what. But he's like, did I do anything bad to you? I'm a good guy, right? And they're like, oh, you do no bad. You are a good guy. So then Sam's like, great, because I'm about to destroy all your fucking food. Yep, that's kind of what happened, ain't it? It's like, I'm gonna destroy your food. I don't know. But we are going to stop right there. So, the West Memphis 3, I was watching that. I finally finished it last night. I am so glad those kids got acquitted. Like, so glad those kids got acquitted. But it does look like every single person that dealt with that case that was in authority knew who the killer was and was trying to make it to where these kids got blamed for it so nobody would look back into it. It's kind of what it seems like. But I don't know. That is allegedly. But take a look at the case. Maybe it looks like that to you also. But that judge is no bueno. And it's really funny though, is because the one that's a cop informant, the really fucking loud one, the one that is a bad guy, he didn't kill those kids. It's fucked up. Oh, no, no. The guy that hung out with the cops probably didn't kill the kids. The ones that, the blonde one. Yeah, that's the one that killed those kids. Hobbs, I think, allegedly, something. I don't know. But anyway, that's those West Memphis 3 kids. I'm so glad they got exonerated, and I'm so glad that people stuck up for them. I'm so glad. And I'm kind of sorry I didn't know about that case, but I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because that would have been me too. And apparently there's other people who have looked at this and been like, oh my God, that could have been me. So I'm glad I wasn't the only one who was like, oh my God. Because there was other people also that were like, oh yeah, if that happened in my hometown, that'd be me. It's not funny, but it is. And looking like I was a bad kid, but I probably didn't murder nobody. They were bad kids and they didn't murder nobody. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I was watching. And somebody pointed out to me, you're looking for trials, and the Trump trial is going on. I have learned my lesson the hard way about watching Trump stuff, because wait, Oh yeah, the Trump trial. I learned my lesson the hard way watching Trump things, especially Trump court, because I have a really tough time not screaming at my computer. And anytime I put myself in anything Trump, I get kicked out of my house. Allegedly. Doesn't exactly happen, but I've had to call my mom a few times. Like, hey, you might have to come get me because I can't shut up about President Trump. That's real life. So I can't watch the news. I can't do researching. I can't figure things out. I'm not allowed to do any politics at all. So I cannot watch the Trump trials. I can't. I wish I could because man, I'd be yep. But I am forbidden to. I am forbidden. So I got to find other trials. But I was thinking maybe taking taking a walk through the Lori Vallow playlist that they have on there. It's 12 episodes. I was thinking about that and because I really want to know about the Ruby Frankie thing, but nobody's talking about the Ruby Frankie thing. So I'll have to settle for Lori Vallow. Although I do know most of the things that happened in that case, but could I put them in the timeline? Absolutely not. But the crime time did. The crime time did. So I think I'm going to watch that. But anyway, thank you for watching. I love you. Have the greatest day ever. Keep your head down, your nose clean, your shoes tied. Don't get ready. Stay ready. Listen. Listen. Be good or be good at it. Love you. Bye.